Morning all. Right, we're going to look at finding the surface area of cuboids. So what I want you to do is make some notes, heading, lesson objective, keywords. So hit pause when you've made your notes and underlined dates in Welsh, then hit play again and we'll move on to the next section. Okay, so we've got our starter here. So what I want you to do now is hit pause, attempt all 10 questions, and when you're ready to mark it, have a look at the solutions, then hit play again. Off you go. Right, so if we have a look at some of these solutions, work out 55% of 680. Let's find some space here. First thing is to find 50%. So 50% of 680 is half of that. So it's going to be 340. And 10% of 680 is 68. And now I know 10%, I can find 5% because that's just half of 10%. And that's 34. So I need 50% and I need 5% because that gives me my 55%. And 50% was 340 and 5% is 34. When I add them together I get 374. If you got that, tick. X equals 4. What's the value of 2x squared? That means 2x squared is going to be equal to 2 times 4 squared. 4 squared is 4 times 4. So it's 2 times 16. 2 times 16, whoops, which is equal to 32. Simplify. AB squared times AB. Do the a's first. You've got an a here and an a here, so that's going to give us a squared. A times a is a squared. We've got a b squared times a b, so that's going to give us b cubed. Highest common factor. So what's the biggest number that goes into both 24 and 72? I hope nobody said 8. It's actually 24. Because 24 times 3 is 4 times 3 is 12, carry 1, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 72. So 24 goes into both 24 and 72. On this one, we need to use float and ping. So we got escalator, 7x minus 3 equals 46. Put a bubble around minus 3 and float it over. So 7x is going to be equal to 46. Add 3, which is 49. 7x equals 49. So now we can use the escalator to go down under 49. So that means that x is going to be equal to 49 divided by 7, which is 7. This one here, I don't really have much room, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one over here. I've got 2.5 plus 1 1/4. So I've got mixed numbers. In order to work this through, I'm going to change them into improper fractions. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, so 5 over 2. Plus 1 times 4 is 4 plus 1, so 5 over 4. Now I need to have them, if I'm going to add two fractions, they have to have the same denominator. So that means, what do 2 and 4 both go into? The smallest number is 4. This is already over 4, so I can leave that as 5 over 4. Here, to get from 2 to 4, I'm going to multiply it by 2. So I'm going to multiply the numerator by 2, which gives me 10. So that's 15 over 4 altogether. And to change it back to a mixed number, divide 15 by 4. 4 goes into 15 3 times, remainder 3, which I write over the 4. So 3 3/4. If you got 15 over 4, tick. If you got 3 3/4, tick. Okay. but try and simplify to a mixed number. Complete the arithmetic sequence. So you're going from 4 to something. Whoops. It's arithmetic, so it's going up in the same amount each time. From 4 to 18, missing out a number, is 14. Half of 14 is 7. So 4 add 7 gives me 11. So yeah, that should be 11 there. And then I go again. 18 add 7 gives me 25. So the two missing numbers are 11 and 25. So 11 here and 25 here. Estimate 451 times 45. 451, because it says estimate, you've got to make sure you pay attention to that. Estimate, so 451 is going to be equal to, correct, 500. It's one significant figure because the 5 affects the 4, and 45 to one significant figure is going to be equal to 50. Oops, times 50. 5 times 5 is 25. 1, 2, 3 zeros. 25,000. Will the 0.27 lie on the line y equals 2x plus 2? Well, we have to check. These are coordinates here for a point. That's the x coordinate and that's the y coordinate. So we can substitute in this equation. Y to tell us is 7. So this implies then that 7 is going to be equal to 3 times the x number, which is 2, times 2 plus 2 from there. That means 7 is equal to 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. But 7 is not equal to 8. We can actually write that here like that. It's not equal to 8. So it does not lie on the line. And finally, you've got, anyone remember what this symbol is called? Less than, equal to, or greater than. So which symbol fits in here? Now, if they're both in different units, so if I make them the same, that makes it much easier to compare. So make them the same. I've got 7,030 grams and 7.2 kilograms. I need to multiply it by 1,000 to get me to get it into grams. So that's going to be 7.2 times 1,000, 7,200, which is bigger than 7,030. Don't forget grams on there. Good. So what I want you to do is make sure you mark your answers. If you got anything wrong, write down the solution, but with the workings, not just the answer. Okay, off you go. So hit pause and do that, and when you're ready to move on to the exercise, the next exercise, hit play again. Good. Okay, so we're going to look at the surface area of cuboids and cubes. Before we do that, I want you to give me the names of the following shapes. So hit pause, name the shapes. When you're ready to have a look at the solutions, the answers, hit play again. Off you go. Okay, so the answers, shape number 1. Let's look at them in turn. Shape number 1, triangular based prism. Shape number 2, you can call it rectangular based prism, otherwise known as a cuboid. Shape number 3, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides which travel along the length of the shape. So it's a pentagonal based prism. Shape number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 6 sides, hexagon, hexagonal based prism. Next one we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides traveling along the length of the prism, so octagonal based prism. And the last one we've got here, a circle. So it's a circular base prism, otherwise known as cylinder. Okay. So mark your work, use your green pens. If not, use whatever pen you've got, and we move on. So we're going to find the surface area of these cuboids. To find the surface area, well, what is the surface area? It's basically the area of all the surfaces on this cuboid. Now the cuboid has got 6 sides, so we need to find the area of all 6 sides and then add them together. Okay, or 6 faces, as we should express that technically. So they've got 6 faces. We've got to find the area of all 6. Now, the good thing that helps us, we could find out all 6 and write them out and then add them together. But with a cuboid, there's a certain property that helps us, and the opposite sides have the same area. So if you look at this side here, let's call this the front. The front and the back will have the same area. So we can say the area front and back, let's write that here, is going to be equal to, there are 2 of them, so 2 times, and the area of the front is 10 times 3. So that's 2 times 30, which is equal to 60 centimeters squared. Then we can look at the sides. So this side here is the same as the side we can't see over there. So we've got the 2 sides, which is equal to 2 of them times, and the area of the side is going to be 4 times 3. So that's going to be 4 times 3, which is equal to, 4 times 3 is 12. If we double 12, we get 24. And then I've got the top here and the bottom, which is not visible, so I can write top and bottom. Two of them times the area of the top. Now this length here is the same as this one here, so that's going to be 10 times the length of the side here, which is 4. So 10 times 4, which is 40, double it, so that gives me 80 centimeters squared. So those are the 6 faces, top and front and back, the 2 sides, and the top and bottom. And if we add them together, that gives us the total surface area. So we can say total surface area is equal to, we've got 4 here, 6 add 2 is 8, plus another 8 is 16, so 164 centimeters squared. So what I want you to do is make some notes. I'm pretty sure you can draw a nice cuboid. It does not have to be to scale, not to scale. Draw a nice cuboid, put the details then, the length of the sides, and once you've got the dimensions in and you've written the solution, I want you to have a go at this one on your own. So hit pause, put this example in your notes, and then have a go at the next one. And when you're ready to go through the solution with me, hit play again. Right, so let's have a quick look at the solutions for the second example. Exactly the same sort of thing. So we've got the front here. So I could say front and back is equal to, let's make that area. We've got 12 by 5, so we've got 2 of them, times 12 times 5. 12 times 5 is 60 times 2, so that's 120 centimeters squared. Let's do the sides next. So 2 sides is equal to 2 times 6 by 5. So 6 times 5, 2 times 30 is 60. Must always remember to double the answer, because there's a temptation to forget that we're doing to the opposite side. And then we look at the top and the bottom. And the area of the top is going to be 12 by 6. And we've got 2, top and bottom, 2 times 12 times 6. 12 times 6 is 72. If I double 72, I get 144. And I can add them together to give me my total surface area. Which is given by 4. 4 and 6 is 10, plus 2 is 12. 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus that 1 there, 324 centimeters squared. So hopefully you got that right when you attempted it. If not, make your corrections, and we're going to work through an exercise next. And the questions, I want you to start from number 4. It's on page 216. So start from number 4, work your way through, and you can use a calculator on number 7. Once you've done that, turn the page over and work your way through down to number 14. Good. Good luck. Once you're finished, don't forget, go back to the lesson objective and indicate then where you are.